Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, boys and girls? It's David, and in this little video, I'm going to be, informing you about the last 3 bosses in White Knight Chronicles 2. So there's obviously going to be some spoilers, so if you don't care for that, then simply don't watch the video. However, if you want to take away some small-time tips without, me possibly spoiling the story for you, it's very important, or at least it makes it easier if you have a dedicated bow user as well as support, like merge the two into one. That'd be very useful for the second and third fight, as well as it'll also make it easier for you if you unlock your avatars in Corruptus via the bounty. That's that. Make sure your gear and stuff is up to snuff, because we're about to, attempt to finish the game anyway. Now, bear in mind, if you lose to any one of these, you'll have to start the whole process again. And I have fast-forwarded actually all of the boss battles, because they take a long time, especially the last one. Anyway, now we're into the night battle. Now, let's get to what happens, or how will you lose this battle. Now, if any one of the knights go down, lose health, basically would revert in normal cases, that is the end of the battle. You failed the battle. So the way I usually do this is that I would control Leonard. Why? Because, well, his damage is the same as everyone else's, because he has Felsios, and everyone in this battle has their upgraded weapon. But the reason I control Leonard is because he's practically the weakest one out of the lot, because he's like 10 levels lower than everyone else. So that's why I control Leonard. However, you need to keep an eye on everyone else's health. It may be a good idea to give Yuli her first bow instead of a second one, so she has the area of effect healing spell. And in addition to the fact that with her second bow, all her moves cost mana to use, so you may want to pay attention to, her mana bar, give her mana potions and whatnot. Like all these boss battles that I've ever done, I've always recommend, having mana potions or charge drinks or anything like that to make it a lot easier. Now, for the actual tactic itself, just storm the hell out of the Black Knight first. I usually go for the legs and whatnot, and he's weak to thrusting damage, so I would do that, and then when he's gone, all your attention can be focused on the Sun King. That's the way I've done it. Be sure to turn break like so, and do all the pretty much the basic stuff that you do with Knight. But I'd go with the Black Knight first, and then move on to the Sun King. Then after that battle, we have the second boss fight.
I shall sacrifice your lives in the name of Maduras.
You're not sacrificing shit. Alright, now let me tell you how to get rid of Ladam. Now, this is the reason I said pick a bow and have your avatar regardless, because most of these fights, your avatar is basically going to be in Knight form. Now, let me tell you that, if you don't know, is that in this battle, as well as the third battle, your story teammates, anyone who has a Knight, so that's basically Yuli, Caesar, and Leonard, they cannot Knight anymore. They can't do that. They can't Knight in the last battle either. So one important thing is to have your Knight, even if it's not great, even though it's, it may not have all its equipment or whatever, but I highly recommend you search out for the older equipment, but, to keep Ladam's attention, as well as in the last battle. But the reason I said pick a bow user is because these two fights are heavily melee based. So Yuli, for example, is still my bow / support character, so I have a dark shot Ladam, in addition to concealing to protect itself. It doesn't matter if the Knight dies or reverts, I can get that back. And to slow him down, mollify and whatnot. When he summons these assassins, these guys go as quickly as they come out. If you have a hammer, and I think what is it? Is it the crush move that pretty much has a very good area of effect, small area of effect type of move, where you'll pretty much annihilate all the assassins there. I'm using the sword, so you just use slash in that situation, and then you're back to fighting Ladam, which again is very easy. Now, with Ladam himself, he has skills which, you can pull up a physical barrier, which sucks, but you can just hammer him down until that disappears. So, obviously when he has the barrier, you cannot hit him or damage him or what. Well, obviously you can hit him, but you cannot damage him. So just keep wailing on him and you'll do fine. These last 2 battles are more to do with survival than anything. But the reason I keep Ladam dark-shotted and slowed and possibly mollified and fatigued is because I want to lower him down as much as possible. If he's dark-shotted, he can't hit me as much, and Ladam has a pretty damn good, it's like a thrust-in type move where he glides across the screen and pretty much stabs his sword straight through you, and that does a fair bit of damage, and you don't want to be in front of that when it happens. As I said, he has the physical barrier type of move, But overall, if you keep him dark-shotted, you keep him fatigued so he misses, and you know, he does less damage. If he does hit you, you keep the knight up. You are pretty much laughing with the Dom. But bear in mind, again, if you fail this one, you'll have to start over again. So the main thing to do is, you know, pay attention to everyone's health, make sure everyone's healed, and you go from there. But that's pretty much how you beat the Dom. Now we're on to the third boss battle. Now, at first thought, you think, how the hell are you going to beat this? Now this, or fighting Maduris itself, is, well, at first it may seem pretty daunting because, you know, it's the equivalent to the friggin', you know, White Knight, but bigger. But, you know, the same principles apply. And I'm sorry if this is too fast, it's just, you know, it's the same strategy. However, you know, I can't stress that enough of what the strategy is. But with Maduris, like most melee-focused battles, is you have your support character, in this case, Yuli. Caesar's just there for, you know, additional support as well as damage and whatnot. But the point is, Yuli's supposed to keep Maduris debuff fire, dark shot, making sure she doesn't die with conceal, so she's like likely to get hit. I say that and she dies. You know, fatigued. What else was there? Mollified, slowed. You know, all of that type of stuff. So the main concrete things are, you know, debuff Maduris and Knight with you. Now, the thing is, it doesn't matter what you, or how much AC or mana or anything like that you used in the Ladam fight. It will, you know, be full. Like you'll get full AC, you'll get full health, you'll get full mana in the next fight. So you can use whatever you wanted in the Ladam fight. So it's not like Brimflame where you have to, you know, make sure, you know, you're all fine and stuff. Now, Maduris has a, what is it now? He has a very powerful move that you have to turn break. If you don't turn break it and he is not dark shotted and you're not concealed, or if you get incredibly lucky, then you don't have to worry. It's this move actually. If you don't turn break that, he will annihilate you. He will destroy not the team and then possibly put curse on you, which you don't want. And you know, time and again, I actually have Yuli's, you know, to uncurse thing because I simply don't want anyone's mana or health to slowly go down. I think that's what curse does, I'm not exactly sure. But Maduris himself is actually a fight about endurance. As long as you keep everyone alive, and eventually you'll chip away at him. That's pretty much how this boss will go. I you know, both times I've actually done this boss battle, I never actually did the fight quick. If you go into the battle thinking I want to annihilate him as quick as possible, you're just gonna run out of mana, gonna run out of AC pretty damn quick. However, if you get into this part and you're actually stuck, I would seriously advise, as much as possible, is to I can't talk today. You know, carry as many mana potions with you as possible. Try and use them as little as you can up until this boss battle. That means, you know, in the night fight, in the battle with Ladam, carry charge drinks. Carry some charge drinks with you to possibly knight if your knight gets destroyed like mine did. You know, to take as many items with you as possible, because there's no point saving them. This is the last battle within the game, and you're then free to go online. As you can see, I think I knight about 3 or 4 times during this battle, just so I keep his attention. And obviously, like a 20-foot tall like lump of steel is going to be a bit more protective than, you know, flesh and bone. But as you can see, he actually pulled that move off and were actually damaged. But overall, if you have good support characters, you've spec'd them right with the Divine Magic Tree, you have your support, you debuff Maduris, you should be okay. As I said again, it's mostly an enduring fight. Just make sure he's debuffed at all times. It'd be good if everyone was buffed at all times. To say if you're melee focused, you have an axe user who does Rallying Cry to increase your damage, decrease his damage, Knight to keep his attention, turn break him. And that is pretty much how you beat Maduris, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you later. See you online, guys.
Murus, give me strength!